To our earlier story, where Millicent Omanga, the woman representative aspirant for Nairobi, has now accused President William Ruto of betrayal, insisting that the head of state does not deserve a second term in office at all. In an exclusive interview with NTV this afternoon, Omanga delved into her reasons for leaving the ruling UDA party for DCP while addressing mole concerns and at the same time her agenda for residents in Nairobi post-August 2027. Our reporter David Mudhoka sat down with the former nominated senator in a tell-all interview on her past, present and future as a modern-day politician. Take a look.
And most people know me as Mama Miradi, and I'm vying for Nairobi Woman Rep, the same position I vied in 2022.
From the onset, Millicent Omanga, the Nairobi woman representative hopeful, was clear about her political ambition. Having left the ruling UDA party, an outfit she defended to the nail, I sought to find out the key reason for her drastic departure. She cited betrayal from President William Ruto, not just to her, but to the millions of women who supported his candidature 4 years ago.
We had a women charter, which was signed, and I think the media was there, every one of you was there. And during the women charter, because I was in the forefront, the current president, signed and agreed that it would be 50-50 sharing in his government, the gender. Not even 2/3, it was 50-50 for him. I think you can bear me witness because you were there. He signed that. He signed again that every girl in a public school will get free sanitary towels, something which we are not seeing now. Another thing is women delivering in public hospitals would get free diapers. It was there. Yeah, for 6 months, it was there. And Linda Mama, he removed Linda Mama, and you remember during Uru's regime, we had Linda Mama where our women would go to hospitals and give birth for free because it's a natural process. So all those things were removed, and we came to realize whatever we signed was just for election purposes.
Omanga was once viewed as one of the president's closest allies. Her departure to DCP, an outfit linked to the head of state's fiercest rival, a week ago has raised eyebrows, many questioning what actually went wrong. Were they really differences on principle or a personal beef? I asked Omanga the last time she spoke to the head of state.
Maybe the first year of his presidency, when we were appointed as deputy CSS, the CSS. Yeah, I think that's the time we were sworn in, but then we never got to get to office because Kenyans went to court and it was stopped. Yes.
Some claim that perhaps their differences may have stemmed from her omission from key government positions when Ruto formed government, unlike other allies who landed plum roles. The 40-year-old Omanga was initially designated as the Cabinet Administrative Secretary in the Interior docket before the courts threw a spanner in the works, and later appointed to the board of the Nairobi Rivers Regeneration Commission, a position she flatly declined. Did this occasion her exit from government to the opposition?
For that one was not really about a promise. Again, it's about principle. I looked at the mandate of that commission. One of them is to demolish the markets, the houses next to the riverbank, what is happening now. And I looked at my people who voted for me. I got 600,000. So 40% of my voters live around there. So I looked at the mandate, then I said, no, I can't stand that. 60% of our market, Gikomba, is along that river. So the way they had planned and the vision, whatever they had envisioned, I looked at it, then I was like, no, I can't stand that. And this one, it would be a real betrayal to the Mama Mboga, to the Mutu wa Kinyozi, and all those people who actually voted for us.
The one-term movement that she supports consists of numerous parties, not just the Rigathi Gachagua-led DCP, which she just joined. Other parties include Wiper, Jubilee, PLP, DAPK, DP, as well as Edwin Sifuna's Linda Mwananchi faction within the boisterous ODM party. So why DCP, whose foothold is in Mount Kenya and not her Kisii backyard?
ODM is not the ODM we used to know. So yeah, they might have been because Baba was there. May God rest his soul in peace. He's no longer there. So there is no ODM. You can see there is Sisi Nisifuna, which I actually support, Sisi Nisifuna. Then there's another one for some sycophants. I don't know. I don't know the agenda or so. Or the one which is looking for power. Yes, the one wanatafuta power. So there's that one. It's a shell. So there's actually no ODM.
She declines that her exit was out of fear of other potential candidates in UDA, such as nominated senators Tabitha Mutinda and Karen Nyamu. She is also confident of trouncing other aspirants who decide to announce their bids. So far, blogger Maverick Aoko has expressed interest in the seat, while nominated Senator Crystal Asige and former LSK President Faith Odhiambo have been linked to the seat, currently occupied by outgoing Esther Passaris.
I don't think in UDA I would even have any competition.
On the broad-based government's performance, Omanga has said,
I think when you talk to people out there, mashinani, I go and interact with this kina Mama Mboga na mtu wa kinyozi na Mama Fua, the hustlers we had. They are worse now than they were in 2022.
And on the Ruto Rigathi public's part,
presidency is a symbol of unity. So for a president to stand on top of a car and insult another man that they don't have a wife or they don't have children, who gives children? It's God who gives children. So if today God does not give me children, you cannot use that against me.
But was this not clear when Omanga in 2022 convinced Kenyans that Ruto was the perfect choice?
Before, he never used to insult. When he was the deputy president, he never used to utter such, you know. He never used to insult people. And he'd always, you know, when you talk to him and tell him, oh, we do this should be done this way, he would listen and just tell you, oh, no, you know, but now I'm not the president, I'm not the CEO, the buck doesn't stop with me. So this we cannot be able to do because we've been stopped like this, you know, this we cannot, all that. But now once he's the CEO, now that he's the CEO and the buck stops with him, all those things he was saying is either he's not doing or it's even worse. It's retrogressive, you know.
Her agenda for Nairobi residents includes sanitary towels to girls in all public schools across the county, while addressing the rampant cases of gender-based violence, as well as advocating for boy-child rights. She further told off those calling for the abolishment of the woman rep seat, instead insisting that the office should be empowered, not just financially, but through increased goodwill from the powers that be. And on whether she may not be clean and could have potentially done some dealings with State House.
I'm a private business person. I've not supplied. And if there's anyone who say I supply, they should bring my company, which I supplied with, because it's in public domain. So the bloggers in State House should have been able to bring out the company, not even supplying, even me applying, because I even don't know how it's applied, you know, that one in State House. I just saw it's a blogger, I think one of the MCAs who blocked lie or something, blocked that I've gotten 1 million. I'm actually suing him to just actually bring out evidence where I supplied 1 billion, I think, curtains or renovation.
Further on whether her switch to DCP may be an assignment to monitor the opposition.
I'm not a mole. I've come out strongly as a DCP member and a DCP aspirant for Nairobi woman representative. So this small thing, I think, maybe opponents just trying to malign, or I don't know, or maybe they don't believe, you know, maybe they don't believe because maybe there's this perception that I was so deep inside, which sometimes I even ask myself, was I?
David Muthoka, NTV, Nairobi.